Welcome back to my channel. My name is Renuka and today we are making these some Father's Day or masculine cards. So it's always happened that cards are more feminine, but yeah, there is a new collection coming with the honeybee and it's adventure, and I really liked it, so I use most of the it. So and let's see what's in the collection, and basically you can use it anywhere around. So this is the first time I bought directly the product from the honeybee, and I really like. And when this came out, I just ordered after that. So this gave this stamp. It's kind of a freebie, and then all the list. And I bought these two paper pads extra without the adventure one. One is from Christmas and one is from, I thought it's a nice, and this paper is so good I can use that for something else. So these are trees, this is scenery with the trees and the hills, this is wood cutouts, and this is lotus. So definitely we will not gonna make all these things together. I will put that card there because it will help me for layering, and I can go back to their site also to see. So this is the pack came with this adventure theme collection, and it's so good. I really loved it. They have more products with the fishing and stamps and owl die also. I didn't take that one. And then you can see that the paper size is so good that you can create a two small size A2 size card with them, with their most of the printed thing. More of these are kind of a watercolor stuff, but it's really beautiful. Although paper is thin little bit, I need to layer it with something else. And then this card pad is like, I'll put everything else, like everything whatever I showed you in the product list. But yeah, I really like those, and I thought it would be nice to make some kind of card with them and kind of texture. And I think this one is on the sale also, and I really like, love to grab some small items around or from the clearance, and sometimes I buy the new items. And this is so good, so gorgeous card. They send it, I can just panel out this on any cardstock and it will be like, it will look like a greeting card. Look at this, how beautiful it is. I really liked it. I want to look really looking forward to it. This hilly side things you will get the stencils also, I don't have that. And then this one is like wood cutting slices, but yeah, I loved it, and I decided to play it. Whenever you got something right, you want to play with it. So you can cut out these like panels, two panels out of it, so you'll get two cards, and you can just layer it on another one. You don't have to do much things. I like those feathers also. And for this one, I would love to use the bigger card size because I don't want to miss that scenery. And I'm just showing you that how you can create a two cards out of this large paper, two front panels, and from this vertical and landscape. But I just want to show you the sizes, that how you can use, and maybe the little bit left over you can use to make it tag, matching tag or something like that. And these Christmas trees and embossing folder of wood and Christmas trees, I thought I can use it for Christmas also. So yeah, that's the collection. This one is the free stamp. Let's see. Hello friends, my name is Renuka. Welcome back to my channel, and today we will use some cards by making those honeybee stamps. So now let's make some cards after unboxing those. And I already die cut out these trees which I want to stick here, and I'm planning to do with the some of the combinations. I already die cut out them. I don't know which will I use, but we'll see how it we will use those. So first of all, we're gonna stick this trunk and the full thing to the body. And I really love this adventure await collection. It is kind of more masculine, and I really like that. After a long time I see such a collections. So most of the times what I do is I bought kids, and then I make cards with them. But if I found like something really nice, which kind of, you know, which I can reconnect, which I loved a lot, then mostly I bought that collection. This time I didn't buy any kit, cause soon I will have my tonsillitis operated, and I didn't have time after that. I'm going on vacation. I'm going back to India for 1.5 months, and after that coming, I don't think so I'm able to craft. So I'll try to craft more before going there. And I'm just putting this little bit offset, kind of seeing that which one is looking nice, and then I'm kind of matching the things, and then I'm putting these together. I really like the dies. They are really nice quality dies, and most of the times I play like meditative kind of music in background, and this is going a little bit way too much, so that's why I need to you know, put it back on it. So Father Day is coming, and we are talking about this collection. This is so awesome. It just came yesterday in mail, and I was so excited to play with it, but somehow I didn't get a time. It's too late at night when I pull it out from the mailbox. So yeah. So now what you can do, you can put that trunk inside so it can peek through, or you can just put it outside also, or you can weave this in the small kind of holes are there. So it's totally optional what you want to do. And I'm kind of playing with this, so I cut out more than I needed, just because I want to see that which combination I will like. Because whenever you go to forest or anything, no, there are shades of green or tints of green. You can't see the all the trees and all the leaves in a one shade. So kind of working on that. So main idea is here I'm making the Father's Day card. So you can make along with me if you want, if you have this collection. If you don't have this collection, then I said you must buy. Okay, this video is not sponsored. I use my own money to buy this collection, but I just like it. That's why I'm kind of, you know, praising it. I will cut that excess afterwards. So let's jump to the card making now. So here I'm using this paper, and it's a kind of a very beautiful paper. You can put these frames anywhere and you can get that kind of card. But okay, so we will use this like kind of more green it. So this card I want a little bit bigger, and it should stand like this on his desk. So I'm kind of planning to choose the paper, so I can choose this much paper and we can make tag out of it, or I can choose this paper and we'll use the another one. So I'm talking about this background. If you don't have this paper, you can just, you know, recreate your background. So here my main idea is I want to cover the full, or what should I do? So I didn't decided yet. So I'm just planning to cut this. Sometimes I didn't find my stuff. There are so many things going on. Okay, the pencil is here itself, but I didn't find at that time. So then I will cut this on this edge. We're gonna save that paper. We can use it for something else. Now here's the thing. If you want the frame, you need to cut out little bit more. If you don't want the frame, you can't. So I decided that I will have that frame. So I need to cut out this portion as well as little bit from this portion, so that we will get all around edge. And I will mount it on black, or let's see which color it should be. And now this is like more of the things. You can use your stencils here. I'm planning to use the cloud one. So let's use this one. Which one? This it's Hero Arts. Okay. So and for the color, I will use my favorite one, Salty Ocean. You can use anything you have, Distress Oxide, Distress Inks. And I'm kind of going a little bit heavy handed because on the sides I just want to get that, you know, cloud thing. Then I will just do little bit, I think, here. I think that's it. I don't want more. I got one blotch here. Anyways, no problem. We'll see how we can fix that. And now we want to put our all the things here. And now this is the time to see that do you have the nice frame all over, or you need to cut it down. So now you can see I'm not measuring anything. I will cut this here. But if you are like perfectly matted or perfectly thing, you can go ahead. By the way, I'm using this 5.5 inch by 5.5 inch base from Recollections, and I think I'll go with the black color for matting, so that we can bind all the things together. And for this I'm not doing much thing. I'll just use my tape runner. I don't know, sometimes I'm having this kind of problem with the tape runner. I just fixed it, but still it is getting like too. So I have to see how I can fix it, and I think I'll do that afterwards. I don't want to waste time here. And then we can use glue also. So I was like putting this exactly, trying to make same on every side, and then we will cut that just like that. Cause I don't want much border, I just want the little bit of the border. I will cut out all the excess. It's like a personal choice how much you want to put in the border. It's not like anything right or wrong there. Sometimes this things doesn't work. I want a right crisp edge for that, and I'm gonna use my scissors. Okay, and then we're gonna put whole panel on the card front. I'm just putting it little bit in front of me, tilted, so I can see everything. So here for this one also I want to layer it with something like that, although you don't have to layer it, but I don't know, I think I should. And then we will add some of the I'm just popping out one thing. Okay, and now I'll put this away. It's time to add the colors. So let's see which colors gonna go with it. I'll take off this color, Move Lawn, Peel Paint, Lucky Clover, and I think Pine Needle. What else I have? And Peel Paint. Okay, I have the bigger one on the peel paint. Okay. So I'm here using the cubes. You can directly scrub these cubes on them. This is the simplest way of doing it. Or you can use the small, so it will catch that thing here. You can see. So here I use the moved lawn. On this I can use the, or you can mix match also. I use here a pine needle, and then I'll use a little bit of this color. If you don't want to add like heavy handedly, you can use the small brushes also. I love the small cubes. I have them for a while, like maybe for the years, and I know like they work together so fine, and you don't have to think too much. And for this kind of things, it's like that. You can add little bit of brown also, like vintage thing. You can use some golden on it also. Maybe that will for the Christmas card or something. Gonna use nice something like that. I'm not using much here. I'm just adding hint of this Hero Arts thing. And okay, so now it's time to assemble the things. So here we have already a big tree, so I think I should not use this one. We will use this one, this one in the background. I need to chop off this, I think, and we can use this one in front. So just for this we'll use the foam tape. I want that dimension there, kind of. Okay, I don't want this fully, so I will just kind of go little bit wiggle woggle here to get that kind of thing. We'll put here. We don't need this. We can put this here. We can have a small here. We need something on that small trunk also. I will put one here. So I don't want to chop off these trees. I want to like everything inside. I'll make sure that you can put your T-scale also if you want. So you can see that here little bit space, here little bit space. So we can tuck something inside if you want. Let's see. I will put this tree here. It's so easy and simple with all these things together. You don't have to think too much before you make these. I'm kind of giving a matching trunk to them, both of them. I'm gonna just put that there. I need one more. Okay, and I'll put this, and I'm gonna cut out this. I will cut out this also a little bit. I'll jump this also a little bit. Okay, now I didn't buy the whole set, like they have the sentiments with it also. I will use what I have with me. I can want that's Happy Father's Day. This is from MFT. I can use this one, or if you want to add a little bit different, So you can do that also. Or so you can put this Happy Father's Day, and this will be a good card. Or we can use this strip here which can say Happy Father's Day, and it's gonna cover so much if I put that there. So you can put it here somewhere which can say Happy Father's Day. I'm not putting here because I don't want much Father's Day card, and I'm not, what do you say, I'm not uh I'm not always like, no one is buying my card, but it's like I want to sometimes put a very generous way of the card so I can use them the way I want. But yeah, this is the masculine card. You can put inside Happy Father's Day, and I can put just here it's your special day. That would be more nicer. I'm using here MFT ones. Again, I will use the Misty, and I think I should use the bigger Misty, or you can just stamp by using the stamp thing here. Let's collect my block. I need bigger one, and then I can add these colors also. This Move Lawn is really nice color to add. Little bit of that, little bit of this. I'll add another one. Let's see how they mix together. Before stamping on the main card, I will see if it's work or not. And it will look like this. It's your special day, and I think it's good. I will use this color. So now I'm using the block, so I have to make sure that all the parts of these things are nice, clean, as well as the I don't have chance to repeat it. So here I am putting here it's your special day, and I think this is the simplicity of the card. You don't have to do much. I think we are done with this card. So for the next one, the honeybees also came with these small things, and we already saw this. So this is the texture of the wood I put on this too, and then another, this is, I just use the same paper to get the things done, and it's again a honeybee stamp. Sorry, the what do you say, the embossing folder. What happened me sometimes, I don't know. And then you can just add your cubes to them to get more intense look, and then you can go with little bit of lighter shade also, which is kind of this. So this paper is not heavyweight, so you have to basically mat it definitely. Now for this one, I will start with this. So this is crackled pistachio color, and I will directly use that. I'm not using my sponge thing here, and I don't mind. I literally like it. And then I will use this Lucky Clover on it. And for the more intense look, I will use the peel paint, or you can use this pine needle. I think pine needle will go more because it's kind of darker shade of it. So in 2 minutes your card background is ready, right? You don't have to do much here. and I really like how it turned out. And again, we can put one or two of the, let me put this away, we can again put one and two trees and our card is ready. Here we can arrange one hill also, and I think now everything is kind of putting together, so I'll just little bit speed up the process. After doing all of this work, its main thing is just putting them together. I use this reverse confetti stamp which is having the circles, and I just decided to stamp the circle inside it with the distress ink, the green distress ink, and then I will hit emboss them with the clear embossing powder. You can use black also. Sometimes I love to experiment in these boxes. I put all my embossing powders. I don't have much, but yeah, whatever I have. And then I'm just using this paper to kind of collecting that thing, and then I will heat emboss everything together. I'll put a couple of stamps also. This release also came with a stamp. I don't have those, but I will use whatever I have in my stash. I have MFT stamp which say Happy Father's Day or something like that. I have MFT's another stamp which is say it's your special day, and I decided to use that, and you can see it's looking really nice on that. And I will decide that I just want to heat emboss. So this is the thing I mostly do when I'm heat embossing. I do 2-3 sentiments emboss at the same time, maybe in a different powder color or maybe the same. This I choose the golden one also. So it's just my thing. If you don't like embossing, you can directly use the golden ink or copper ink. That will also give a nice effect, but from the dark cardstock sometimes embossing looks really nice, depend on what you are in mood to do. So yeah, so I emboss my all the 2-3 stamps, and now I will use the heat gun. I love to do this. This is the Happy Father's Day stamp from MFT. So it's like you can collect everything. And another thing, like I didn't end up putting that. What I'm trying to say here is you don't have to put like Happy Father's Day or Happy Mother's Day every time. You can just see that how much you love them. You can say I love you, you can say you're awesome, you're good, you're superhero, or whatever you want to say. Like it's your special day, it's your day, hugs on the way. You can say anything to your parents, right? It's just a love and appreciation you want to show them. So I just kept this time to write Happy Father's Day, although I am heat embossed that. I thought it would be nice rather than showing only Father's Day card. This card are kind, you can use these for like year round. You don't have to see much. Like you can use these for happy birthdays. You don't have to write the happy birthday sentiment. You can just say it's your special day, so it is used for a birthdays. It can use for their special day, like maybe they got the promotion or something like that, or maybe they do something good in life. They want to achieve something sometimes, and they achieve it. Maybe it's just a fish cutting fish in a fishery, maybe it's just a small project, maybe it's a small game for them. But yeah, so you want to celebrate everything, so you can like, yeah, we are celebrating you, or we are celebrating your success. So these kind of year around stamps I really love. And then I just decided to little bit fuzzy cutting them, and it took me a little bit of time. First of all, I thought I should put that panel just like that, but then I don't know, I don't like that way, so I thought let one put like this and let one do it like this. So this is my card making process. Here I'm showing you the card making process. Sometime I thought that it will look good, I combine them, and then I thought, okay, I don't want to. So here what I'm trying to show, although this video is a bit long, that how the work process or how the thought process work for me. So maybe you will get some idea. It's not like that I assemble everything before and then I'll just show you that I did this, I did that. So this is not, this is a very spontaneous decision what I want to do. This is like that paper which is I embossed with that wood grain, and then I was like, no, I don't want to do that. So yeah, sometimes this also happen. And for the remaining panel, I decided to do something else, because at that time my mind is not working. What should I do with that? So I just decided I grabbed another panel and start working on this. And then I decided to go with a very simple card. With that, nothing much. I just put a black layer by measuring it, and then I just layered it on it. It's the paper is already so beautiful, you don't have to. And this gave me such a nice idea to paint something like that in a watercolor. That would be really nice. I really like the idea of this panel. And then this is a very simple card. Then I decided to add those die cut out trees, which I already die cut out too much, like on all the every green and black and whites, whatever I have. And then I'm kind of layered them again together, that to see how it is. Now I'm just uh, I will hide that flower maybe, but I don't mind. And this is quite a big one. I have this storybook die with the MFT. They have the long banners, and I cut out that from that banner, and then I just fold it inside, because when I stamped it, I didn't stamp it in the like exactly middle, but it will give that folded ribbon look to it. And I thought, rather than chomping off or cutting that, it would be the nice idea to put that way. And then I just stuck that tree inside it and foam a little bit foam tape behind that thing. Then I thought this would be nice. So this tag, I bought this stamp from Artsy, I think, and I bought from John's or Michael's, I don't remember. I bought it from Christmas time, but I really like those tag stuff. I have one more tag, die cut die cutting thing, which is from Spellbinders. Maybe I'll use that one also. So yeah, so this is like the simple things, and I'm done with that card. Now the next card, I just panel up this all the things, and I cut out all these papers from the MFT's stack I showed you before, and then I'm kind of paneling them. Sometimes the matting I didn't measure, I just put the pencil mark and just do the layering at that moment. And this funny thing happened with me here. I just open up that knob, the small fine tip of this glue, but yeah, it's okay. I'll use the another one. I have one in my stash. So after putting all that together, I was like, something is wrong. My paper trimmer is not cutting properly. It's time to change the blade, I think, and I have to see where I put them, or I need to order them. So after this, I just layering and layering again. So I use this big oval die from Hero Arts, and but you don't have to, you can use whatever you have. If you don't have, you can trace something and then put there. So here I'm just using those small ink cubes. That's why I love these ink cubes, that they're so handy, evergreen. Wow, like you can just put them and you can do the things fast. And I never refill them. They long will last from, I don't know, the years. And in between I take, I think, 4 to 5 years break also from the card making and everything else. So yeah, and this is that stag I'm talking about, that you just see that I bought it. That's from Spellbinder long time ago. And I kind of love the Spellbinder dies, MFT dies, but this is the first time I bought the honeybee one. And maybe I have sometimes maybe with the salmon says, but yeah, it was like awesome. They cut like a butter. Like, oh my god, I really love them. So yeah, everything else is kind of putting together. We already have our trees, we already have our like our stamps and everything, and I just go with the flow and see how it works for me. That's the simplest way of doing my crafting. Card, I just layer up the things, that fluorescent green, then muted green, and then I decided to make it a big card. I don't want to, cut that thing, because once I cut that thing with the oval, and I thought that maybe the next time I will not. So I have more ideas with thing, I have the stuff, but this video is making so long, so I decided to make two more cards and round up those cards in these videos, and maybe I'll make the Father's Day card which I want to make with the photo in the another video, as well as the different tricks with another product which I bought. And I'm really happy how it turned out. And when your mind is not working at a one time, it will work the second time after refreshing it. So I don't have this kind of what do you say, I never had that creative block in my mind, like I can't do anything, or maybe at that moment I'm not able to find out the way which will look better for me or which I liked more. But eventually you will go there. Don't stop, do it. Just leave that project aside, start with the newer one and do it. And when your mind works, come to that project again. So yeah, it happens with everyone. So you will see that the panel we cut in the starting, I'll use that in the last card. And I really love how everything turned out together. And I make different kind of like cards here. We do five and a half by 5.5 inch cards. We do here two A2 size card, one A4 size card, so A5 size card. So it is kind of a different sizes we play together. And I just want to see that how that product or trees looks on different sizes, and it goes very well. And by the way, if you don't have these trees, or if you don't have these supplies whatever I have, another way of using this, if you are good in watercolor, you can draw and color those trees, and you will create your background by itself. And you can add more printed paper or more similar kind of paper, you can find it out. But yeah, I really love this, and I really love how it turned out. And most of the times, like, everybody is struggling with the masculine cards, and feminine cards are more easy. I think they have lots of options in the market also. So if you want to watch more Father's Day card, or if you want to watch more male cards, like the masculine cards, I'll put the link at the end of the video, or you can go and watch in my playlist. I already added more there. And yeah, and now I started a new channel also. I will start that soon, and it's all about the watercolor and other paintings. And it's a very simple thing, and how I apply the things. I'm a big fan of doing the traditional and non-traditional paintings, and you can see most of the times I create my card backgrounds also. But like here I'm putting the watercolor videos, and it's going so much, so I decided to make another channel. Soon I will launch that channel. I think in starting I will put at least 2-3 videos to see, and you will get the look of my channel. So that's the new thing I'm working on, because most of the times I'm doing this like year long. I learn 16 to 18 forms from Indian master artisan, and I practice them, but I never film them, I never do the video on them, I never do how I made them. So I thought that it would be a good idea, but at the same time I start the intuitive paintings also, so it's kind of an abstract painting also. So I thought that why not, I should put all that stuff together in a different channel. And that likes paint and create with Renuka. So I hope you give all the love to this channel. You will go there and watch those videos also, and I love to read your comments. Let me know what you want to see the next. Although I'm going to India for a month, I'll try to line up the videos. And yeah, it's like 1.5 month break, and then school gonna start again. So my 7-year-old will go in he will go in third standard. So yeah, life is always like that, and it's so good to have like that. So I'll soon post the videos with all these same products, and I want to make one kind of photo of my husband and my kid like Father's Day card, and I'll soon post that video also. And if you like to craft with me and go along with me in this crafting journey, thank you so much. And this is the new news I want to share with you guys. And now you can see that our last card also got, put it together. At that time it's not gone, but this time we put it together, and I really like that how all the cards turn out. I'm very happy with the things. So thanks for watching, and for any queries and suggestions, please post them in the comment section. Let me know which one is the favorite card, and I hope I inspired you to do some kind of Father's Day card or sometimes of different card today. And if you like it, don't forget to share it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and see you next time. And until then, have a crafty life. Bye bye.